Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mike here with another video. This one is a collection video. First time I've done this. These are not all my knives, these are just some of my better ones. As well, this video will not include any of my customs, so maybe a different video. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on each knife. I'm just going to try to get through this kind of as fast as possible. So, first one, Kershaw Scallion. Great knife. Heavily used, this one is. Also, I've not reviewed all these knives, so if you see something you want me to review that I have not reviewed already, let me know. Kershaw OD2, another good knife. Got that from Lazy Spoiled Kitty. That's highly recommended. Not reviewed, but highly recommended. Kershaw Asset with some poorly done scales. Because I can't find the original ones, and I countersunk the wrong side of one of these scales, so I never finished it. But, I don't know, I might fix it up sometime. Not a huge fan of this knife. It's a cool knife. If you like the style, you know, you can go for it. I just never really did. Well, I thought I did until I got it. No, I didn't. But, you know, we'll see. It's an okay knife. Bradley Kimura, made by Kershaw. Fantastic balisong for the money. They're about $100. This one is polished flats, or polished bevel, jeweled flats, and handles. Cool knife. I need to get some new hardware for this. Contacted Kershaw about it. They were going to send me some. I don't know if they messed up my address or what, but it's been a few weeks, so I got to contact them again. But great knife for the money. Great balisong for the money. Better knives for the money, but great balisong. Zero Tolerance 0350. Great knife. You know, takes a killer edge. Doesn't have one on it right now because I cut up a lot of wood. I peeled a stick. It's seen a lot of wear on this edge that I put on it earlier. But once I've convexed the edge, it's a lot easier to sharpen the next time. So that's the end of my Kershaws. Just the, I don't know, 5 of them, I guess. Let's see. Random Chinese knives, because those are fun. Frost Cutlery. Sup. Like I said earlier, I won't be showing a lot of cheap knives, or cheap brand knives, cheesy knives. But this is like the best Frost Cutlery I've ever handled, ever seen. Super lightweight, lightning fast, zero blade play in any direction. There's handle flex, but for the cost, you know, I can't complain too much. I mean, geez, the Spyderco Endura has a ton of handle flex, at least the FRN version. Great little knife. Really enjoy this one. Don't carry it as much as I should, though. Let's see. Navy K507, aka Sebenza Clone. This is a good knife if you're thinking about getting like a medium or a small Sebenza, because this one actually falls right in between the both of them. And see if you like the design, see if you like the handle shape. Of course, it's not nearly close to the quality as a Chris Reeve Sebenza, but it is a good knife, and I've used this thing a lot, and I've heard used this thing a lot. And it's held up pretty good. Worth the money? Yeah, I think so. 20 bucks. Go for it. Not my favorite knife because it's just kind of a weird size for me. You know, too big to be, you know, for just opening packages, and too small to be for defensive use. So it's kind of playing middle ground there, and I don't like that so much. Let's see. Ganzo G710. This one's got a lot of blade play. This one's my work knife, so it deserves to have a lot of blade play. It's been through a lot of things a knife should not have to be through. You guys should have a moment of silence for this knife. Okay, that's good enough. You know, I can fix the side to side by tightening the pivot. Right now it's pretty loose because it can rattle against the sides. The up and down is unfixable, but you know, this thing has been through hell and back, quite literally, so Actually, no, if it had been through hell and back, literally, it would be in better condition than it is now. So, this is a tank of knife. Highly, highly recommended. Let's see. Saturn Mew 710, got this from Muddy Desire. This one's really cool. It's got some pretty fancy acid etching on it. Sorry, I need to bring them up a little bit closer for them to focus for you guys. I haven't been doing that. Great knife for the money. Highly recommended by me. This would be a good knife if you are planning on getting a small Sebenza and want to kind of try out the shape, because it's a similar shape to a small Sebenza, similar size. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, getting full here, so let's go ahead and move these out of the way by just pushing them off of my little piece of stone. Alright, let's see. One more random Chinese that it's actually kind of nicer. It is a Saturn Mew, but it's a discontinued model. And believe it or not, any that you can get these things for like 35 bucks. It's a Safe Queen. I can't even remember what model this is. 973 or something like that. I don't know. I just don't carry it, you know. It's a little bit of a weird shape to carry, a little bit of a weird size. Deployment isn't that great for flicking. If you want to run it out with your thumb, it's great. Not exactly the most ergonomic. The reason why I got it was it's just so cool. It's just so cool. I couldn't help get it. I found it when it was discontinued and decided that you know, I'd just keep it in mint condition. Razor sharp too, guys. Saturn Mew. Some of their knives are crazy when you get them from the factory. Some of them not so much. This one, ridiculously sharp. And I have it in a little baggie, so you can put that to the side. Husky box knife. The only reason why this one is here because I carry it almost every day. This is a work knife right beside the Ganzo G710. Carry those two knives to work, and you know, I love this knife, especially for the money. Can't ask for much better. Let's see. Ontario Rat 1. That's a cool knife. This one's all blacked out, black handle, black blade, silver liners. Bummer. Wish the liners would have been black with the standoffs, but you can't get everything. Good knife for the money. Easy to flick open. Once you get used to it. It does have a strong detent, but due to that strong detent, this sucker comes flying out. Not a huge fan of the steel, just because it's so similar to what is it? Hold on, now I need to look at another knife. HCR, thank you. HCR 13 MOV, need a reminder. And I like HCR 13 MOV over this because it takes a better edge. But it is a good knife for the money. Direct competitor to that knife. See? Now I'm kind of like tying in to other knives. Spyderco Tenacious. A little bit smaller. Absolutely love this knife. Got this from Muddy Desire. As well as the Saturn Mew 710. Fantastic knife. So glad I picked this sucker up. Got it. It was beat to heck, but I cleaned it up. I don't know. I just love this knife, guys. I just love it. Beefy little knife. Let's see. Spyderco Spin, which may not be a Spyderco Spin. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Might be fake, might be real. I traded for this under the assumption that it was fake. Some people think it's real, some people think it's fake. I don't know. The steel acts like VG10, takes an edge like VG10, holds an edge like VG10. So that's a plus. But the hardware is horrible. Just as bad as the Tenacious. So bad that all the screws are stripped out. Then again, I can't say for sure how they were treated because I got this knife from someone else, Zenko 911 actually, and the screws were stripped out when I got it, or at least most of them were stripped out when I got it, or mostly stripped out, I should say. Like you could still get a screwdriver in them and kind of, you know, move them a little bit, but they were pretty messed up. So as far as I know, they were already almost completely stripped out, and that's why they stripped out the rest of the way. But I don't know. It's a cool little knife. Small, light, fast, very fast. Cool little knife. I like it. Spyderco. Oh, I can't open it like that. Fine. Spyderco Kiwi. As you can see, I jeweled the handle on this one. I think it looks cooler. Great little slip joint. Fantastic knife for the money. If you live in like the UK or somewhere where you can't have locking knives and you want to carry a knife for defense, this is not a bad option at all. Very aggressive tip. And my last Spyderco, and the one that I will stop this at and then edit in another part later so my camera doesn't shut off, is the Endura. Good knife. I like it. I suggest it. Buy one if you don't have it. It's worth a shot. And if you don't like it, you can sell them. There's hundreds of people that want this knife. So it's worth a shot if you have an extra 60, 70 bucks. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and I will be right back in a second. Hey, I'm back, and what was a fraction of a second to you guys was actually a few minutes for me. But let's go ahead and get started. Gonna go ahead and start off with my other two Bally songs. This first one is a really cheap one. It's, you know, decent. You can definitely flip it, but it's a Microtech twist. A lot of handle play, no more latch, that is long gone. And the hardware was absolute garbage, so I put these things in when those fell out. And these things will hold it together, but are not very good pivot screws. But I am going to offer this right now. If anybody wants this knife, let me know. For the price of shipping plus a couple bucks for my time, you can have it. So, I don't know, let's say $7, it's yours. This is a knife sale video. That's the only knife that's up for sale. But, you know, I figured I'd throw that out there. If you want to learn how to flip, it's not a horrible knife to learn how to flip on. Most expensive Bally song, totally different. Microtech Dragonfly. What I want is Microtech to bring this knife back like they did the Tachyon, because this knife is awesome. And I would like to get the Tachyon, but I just don't have the money right now to get that. There are too many things that take priority, and I just spent, you know, over $1,000 on a camera, so I can't just buy, you know, $250 knife or whatever it's going for. What next? What next? I don't know. Covered that. That's an expensive knife. Let's go to another expensive knife. And actually, I was wrong. The Emtek is not the only one for trade. Or sell, I should say. This one is also for sell or trade. And if you offer me a decent trade for the Emtek, I might take you up on that as well. Benchmade resistor. Awesome knife. Crazy fast. Ridiculously sharp. Not that I would know for sure, because it's never cut anything in its life. But, ooh, it feels sharp. Combo Edge, first production, number 35. If anybody wants it, let me know. $300 or a trade. I'm looking for a zero tolerance 0301 or 0302. 0302, I would go straight across the board, which is a good deal for you. You know, it's a fair deal for you. It's a fair deal. So, yeah, let me know. Awesome knife, mint condition, never carried, never cut a thing. Will come with a little baggie, this one, in fact. and it will come fingerprint free, and it will come with a box, not the original box unfortunately. The guy that I got it from did not have the original box. It's weird to have a mint first production and not have the original box, but it will come with this black box, which is a little bit banged up. So let me know if anybody's interested in that. Like I said, $300. I'm not going to put it on there because I don't want it to get scratched by another knife. Okay, something a lot cheaper. Elite Tactical ET3. Cool knife, like it. This one's been waved, sharpened, solid lockup. You know, definitely not a featherweight. Definitely more like a brick in your pocket, but it will not break. Cool knife, I like it. Definitely worth the money if you're willing to put up with the weight. Leatherman's? Leatherman Micra. Cool little knife given to me by who was once a friend and is no longer a friend. Don't you hate it when you lose friends, especially when they're like, you think they're cool guys and stuff, and yada yada, you know, and then they just end up being assholes. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Might have to get rid of that knife now. Leatherman Wave. This one I got because I worked for it, which means I'll never want to get rid of it because someone gave it to me that I don't like anymore. I won't go into the story behind that knife. It's kind of personal, but, well, not the knife, but the person who gave it to me. It's kind of personal. This one's all blacked out. Very cool. Sharp, because I rarely use it. Especially the serrated, because I want to save the serrated for bad situations, if that ever happens. Hopefully won't. And when I say bad situations, I mean like having to cut your seatbelt and stuff like that. Oh man, we're getting through this. I carry that in this Night Eyes holster or sheath, much better than the Leatherman. 10 times better. Let's see. CRKT? Yeah, CRKT. Don't have very many. I have two. I have this one right here. The CRKT. This is model number 2705N. This is pretty much brand new, mint condition. Still on the plastic. First strike, 1/4 inch stock, Stingray leather handles wrapped in leather, with leather wrapped bolsters and some sort of something other wrapped with a pommel. Cool ass knife. Definitely like it. This one is brand new. These things go for like 70 bucks on the interwebs, which is way too much for what it is, but you know, it is a cool knife. And then I have this one, which is model number 2705N. Wait, is that the same knife? Yes, it is. Except this one no longer has handles, because I'm going to redo the handles on it sometime. Don't push me. I'll do it whenever I want to. Yeah, I liked this knife so much, I got another one to pimp. Well, actually, this is the first one I got. This is the second one I got. I'm gonna customize this one and make it awesome. Not that this one isn't. It's just a little bit, you know, different. And the sheath. No, that's not a good sheath. That's not a good sheath at all. But it keeps it from cutting stuff before I make a kydex sheath for it. So I got two of those. Cool knives. Recommended if you can get them at Big Five for $25 like I did. Alright, Cold Steel. Don't have many Cold Steels because I frankly don't really like the company. But I found this one at a local little shop used for a few bucks. It's called Steel Mini Pal. Cool little knife. Very utilitarian knife, believe it or not, and though it's very intimidating. And, you know, I would not want to have to use it for its dedicated purpose, or intended purpose, I should say. But, you know, talk about a force multiplier right there. Whew, that's a little bit scary. This thing works really good for getting fish. Put it in your fingers, you know, cut them down, have use of your hands while holding onto your knife. It's a beautiful thing. So, I like it. I want to get like a cold steel double agent for the same purpose. I think that'd be really cool. Really cool knife. I like the double agent. I'm just not sure if it'll fit my hands. And then I have two more that are the same, and for some new people in my channel, you may not know these, or may not have seen these, but for anybody that's been around from the beginning, and I mean beginning, you'll know these. My first video that I ever put up had these knives in them, and it was me throwing them at, I don't know, maybe 16 or so feet. Check that video out. It's a cool video. I like it. They're nice. Really nice throwing knives if you want to get some throwing knives. Highly recommended by me. Cool stuff. Got two of those. They're big and heavy and good to throw 16 feet and further. Closer than 16, you're going to have some struggles. Alright, that's pretty much it. And I got 2 minutes to talk about two knives that are sentimental. This knife right here, and though it is cheap, gas station knife. This was my first locking knife, and I carried this thing every day for years. And I love it. And I don't carry it anymore because I don't want to lose it. It's very special to me. And then the knife. The knife. The first knife. I'm not going to say pocket knife. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I might tell you the story behind that later. But the first keychain knife that I ever got from Mount Rushmore. Check that out. That's cool. Little Victorinox classic knockoff. Carried this knife a long time too. Cut myself worse with this knife than I have with any other knife, I think. But I don't know, I've had quite a few pretty bad cuts. It was a sweet knife. Might do a story time about this knife sometime, if any of you guys are interested. It's got a fun story behind it. But those are the two knives that probably have the most sentimental value to it. And, you know, that's it. That's my knife collection. Let me kind of focus this in. Bam. And, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And, like I said, any you want reviewed, let me know. And I'll talk to you next time.